Okay. Yeah, welcome back to school, everybody. How was our holiday? I believe we enjoyed it, and I believe we did not play around with all the days. I believe we studied and we read. So you're welcome back. You guys can go to the website and download the scheme of work and the notes for week one. I dropped it there for a perusal. So please go through it. Yeah. So let's go to the first topic. What is government? I want to talk about the definition of the subject matter, government. So, government can be defined in three broad perspectives. Number one, the first perspective is government as an institution of the state. The second perspective is government as an act or process of governing. While the third one is government as an academic field of study. Are you getting it? So, now the first one, government as an institution of the state. So, this is trying to tell us that the state and the government are different. Are you getting it? But we are going to talk about that in the other topics, and we'll continue. Are you getting it? So the state is different from government. The state, like the state we are living in, the state, the country, is different from the government. So the state is permanent, government is not. But let's not talk about that. Now, government is established by the state. That is, the government in Nigeria was established by Nigeria. So that's the first definition of government. And what was the reason why it was established? What was the reason why they established government? There's the state, that is Nigeria, established government to make sure that its will is achieved, because the state, obviously Nigeria is not a living thing. So Nigeria cannot rule itself. Nigeria as a non-living thing cannot rule itself. So Nigeria needed something, needed a body, needed a structure to achieve its goals. So that is why it set up government. So the first definition of government is that government is a machinery of the state in which the state's apparatus is being run. Are you getting it? Government is therefore an institution through which the will of the state is formulated. The will of the state. What are the will of the state? Number one, the state needs to be in order. The state needs to be in order. So what is that thing that is set up to bring about orderliness? Government. Are you getting? So government is an institution set up by the state to bring about orderliness and to realize or attain its goals. Are you getting it? So that is government as an institution set up by the state. So government was set up by the state to bring about the achievement of its will. Are you getting it? So the next one, government as an act or process of governing. So this is defined that through government, rules and regulations are made. Yes, Nigeria as a country is non-living, does not have life, so it cannot give rules to living things. So it then established a body that will govern, that will rule the people. I guess. And so government is the process. Yes, the process of leading people. That's government. A simple layman definition. So government is the act or process of leading people, guiding people through what should be done. Because when there is no law, it is said that there will be anarchy. That is, everybody will be doing whatever it is they like. So that is why government is the process of leading people, governing people, directing people, instructing them on what to do. Are you getting it now? So that is government as an act or process of governing. Then the third one, government as an academic field of study. That is what we are doing now. We are offering government as a field, as an academic field to study, to know our rights, to know our obligations, to know the duties of our government towards us. Through government now, I'm exposed. A government official cannot just come now and just embarrass me, because I know my rights. And where do I know that from? I knew that from the study of government. I realized that from the study of government. So government as an academic field of study is viewed as an academic field of study. Is a social science subject taught in many schools and colleges, including higher institutions. Yes, it is being taught in higher institutions, so not only in secondary school. As we are doing government, as we're offering government in secondary school, they're also offering political administration in university. So government can be defined as that how will I put it, that place where we learn our rights, where we learn our responsibilities, where we know about what we're supposed to do. Again, are you getting it now? So now let's proceed by talking about the characteristics. What are the things that will make you know that this is government? Yes, what are the things that you see? That's the meaning of characteristics. The things you will see that will make you know that truly this is government. Number one, power. That's the first thing. Government has power. Whatever it is today that government wants, they can do. There's this saying I heard when I was young, that after God, government is government. So you do not mess with them because they have power, political power. Very, very important. So whenever you see political power, not physical, not strength. I'm not talking about boxing power. You get me? I'm not talking about spiritual power. I'm talking about political. So whenever you see a body that has political power, just know that that body, that group is government. So that is the first characteristics of government, power. Then number two, law. In a place where government resides, there must be law. Very, very important. Just like Nigeria. We know there's government in Nigeria because there are laws. You should not do this. If you kill, you'll be imprisoned. You'll be taken to court. That is law. So another characteristic of government is law. Whenever you see government, definitely you have to see law. When you see law and you don't see government, there's no government. When you see government without law, there's no government. So that is the number two characteristic of government. Number three, human resources. Government thrives on human resources. That is, it needs manpower. It's not as if it's the trees that will be doing it. No, human resources are needed. So whenever you see government, you see human resources. Then we have basic social amenities. That's another characteristic of government. That's what they do. They provide social amenities, provide roads, good water, electricity, give us good education, employment, and so on and so forth. Are you getting? So, and the next one is what? Is revenue. Another main characteristic of government is that they generate revenue, and one of it is tax. And this tax, you have to pay it. You don't have choice. So far you are a citizen of a particular country, you have to pay the tax. So that's what we're trying to talk about. Government has power. When they tell you to pay something, you don't have option. You have to pay it. So those are the characteristics of government. Now let's proceed and talk about the functions, the responsibilities. What are the things government does? Number one, ensuring law and order in the country. Yeah. So that is the first thing the government does. They ensure law and order. I told you, government is established by the state to make sure its will is fulfilled. And what is the will of the state? To law, like orderliness, is the will of the state. The state does not want to be in the position of anarchy, that is where everybody is just doing whatever it is they like. No. So one of the functions of that body established by the state is to bring about orderliness, ensuring law and order in the country. Number two, ensuring and protecting lives and properties. Also same thing as number one. So that's another function of government, to protect life. Number three, assist in provision of basic and social amenities. We all know that. Provision of road, construction of road rather, provision of employment, water, electricity, although government is failing, but that is their work, that's their responsibility, that's their function. Number four, developing and sustaining a stable economy. It is government that stable economy. Yes. Although I will not want to go into that in deep because you guys are not we are not economic students. I would have loved to talk about how government does that. But let me just brief you. Are you getting it? Now, it is government that will determine the amount of money that will be printed. And there's something about money. When something of value is in excess, it loses its value. What is happening in Nigeria today? Why is the naira losing value? Because it's in excess. It's too much in circulation. So that is for another day. But what I'm trying to say is that it is the government that will decide the amount and the quantity of the Nigerian naira that will be printed. So that is a way to stabilize the economy. If they should say today that naira will not be printed again, trust me, the naira's value will increase. So that's their work. They are there to bring about stability in the economy, safeguarding human rights. Yes, that is the legislature. The legislature is the last hope of the common man. So their responsibility, their job is to safeguard human life. And how do they do that? They safeguard it even from the so-called government themselves, because if the government is just left like that, if we should leave them to just behave in whatever way they like, they are going to misbehave. I get it. So the judiciary is there to tame the excesses of the executive, while the executive is there to tame the excesses of the legislature, and vice versa. So that is how it is done. So another function of the government is provision of employment opportunity, blah blah blah. But sadly, that is not the case in Nigeria. But we have to put it there. Theoretically, that's their job, to provide employment and to maintain relations with other countries of the world. International relations, it is the number one responsibility, function of government. How Nigeria relates with other countries is the responsibility of the government, not responsibilities of individuals, of non-political bodies. No, it's the responsibilities of political officials to know how Nigeria relates with other countries of the world. So if you have any question, you guys can write it down or send it through the website. I'm going to go through it and I'm going to answer you back. So thank you. We have come to the end of the first class. Thanks. Peace out.